As you walk past the miniature structure, please look for a big bare feet carvings on the platform. You need to look down to spot it. You can easily spot it as it is smeared with sacred turmeric and vermilion powder. The belief is that this was carved for the benefit of the people who could not go inside to pray to the deity. Position yourself just in front of the sacred feet. Now observe the temple walls in this section. They are nicely carved too. The one opposite to the sacred feet is of Varaha killing the demon Hiranyaksha with his right leg and lifting goddess Earth using his left shoulder to save her from the demon. You can see a statue of Vishnu immediately next to Varaha on your right side. If you take a look further to the right, you will see the statues of Bhairava or another form of Shiva. The statue next to Shiva on the other side of the corner is that of Bhairavi or Parvati. In this section, there are several sculptures of Vishnu and his incarnations have been carved beautifully. Other than Vishnu, you will also see many story depictions from other Indian mythologies. Just on the left side of Varaha, you can see a sculpture where a monkey is pulling the dress of a lady. Now walk 2 to 3 steps from the Varaha statue and position yourself at the center of the adjacent wall. Please focus your attention on the second statue from the left. You see a man pointing an arrow to a target on the ceiling. This is Arjuna shooting the fish by looking at the reflection of the fish in a bowl of oil on the ground. The fish is tied to the ceiling. This is a story from Mahabharata where Arjuna is competing in a Swayamvara competition to win Draupadi as his wife. See how intricately the whole story is portrayed in the stone carvings. It is said that the string attached to the bow, which was also made up of stone, used to make sounds if it was touched by hand or any objects. Over the last 100 to 200 years, the bow is completely damaged as the onlookers were trying to find out if it really makes sound by hitting with various objects. When the bow was completely damaged, people started to experiment with other body parts, and thus the whole sculpture is in a very bad shape now. Just left of Arjuna's statue is another statue of a lady going for a stroll with a child. If you observe this wall carefully, you will know that we have now crossed the outer periphery of the Sanctum Sanctorum area. The base layer of the temple structure is just the elephants, and the layer of lions and horses has ended with the Sanctum Sanctorum section. As you turn around the corner, you can see that the statues of figurines are back. The various sculptures of girls in singing and dancing poses as well in the middle section of the temple wall. Let us get familiar with few more figurines. The very first figurine that you see on the outer side of the wall is showing off another Indian classical dancing posture. You can observe that the bangle that she is wearing has slightly dropped to the region between the wrist and the palm. Just appreciate how best the carving has been done to show the spacing between the palm, wrist and the bangle, all in one piece of stone. In the adjacent wall on the left, you will find 3 more figurines in various poses. The one in the middle is a singing lady using her hand to indicate the thala or the rhythm of the music. As you take another left turn around the corner, you will find yourself at the northern side entrance. Position yourself at the center of the wall just before the northern side entrance. You can see another figurine in the form of a huntress on the right corner. If you observe carefully, you can see that on her left, a maid is carrying the prey on her shoulder. On her right, one maid is helping another maid to remove a thorn from the foot. At the bottom right corner, you will see another maid carrying a dead rabbit. Looks like it's been hunted by the lady. Please pay attention to the ornaments that the lady is wearing, especially the ones she is wearing above the feet and at the ankle. They are beautifully carved. You can also observe the hairstyle. This is something you may not have seen till now in any of the Hoysala carvings. The earrings are also very beautifully carved. It is very difficult to believe all of this is carved in just one single slab of stone. There is another beautiful figurine in a dancing position near the northern entrance. The filigree work in the background is worth a look. Cross the northern entrance and stand at the center of the wall just after the entrance. While crossing, observe the filigree work done above the door frame of the northern entrance.